Hey YouTube, it's the Morning Brew. Happy Thursday to everybody. One more day, we got Friday and the weekend coming up. So starting off, the obvious news, and I won't be covering it here, I'm just going to mention it really quick. I will have a video in regards to the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie coming out. The teaser trailer finally got released, and I'll have all my thoughts and such later on today, hopefully, if not over the weekend once I've done a little bit more research. So, to start off, I want to apologize for those of you who were waiting for yesterday's video, not getting up till about midnight last night. But that was due to YouTube's crappy service. Cheers, YouTube. And I just realized I'm wearing a TARDIS shirt and using a TARDIS mug. Yay, Doctor Who! Anyways, what happened was that I edited as in I uploaded the video to YouTube in order to get it processed and get it edited and have the usual time of like 3 in the afternoon by the time everything's done. And instead, it was still processing at 7 o'clock last night. When I contacted YouTube, the only answer they could give me was, well, delete it and start over again. Hopefully it'll work. That didn't work for me. So, while I was doing all the waiting and 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 more waiting, I did a little research, and the reason it takes me so long is I don't have editing software at the time, or I didn't, because my PC broke down horribly. It's been down for about 6 months. I would have started doing this months ago, but without proper editing tools and all that, it was just a giant pain in the butt, as it has been for the past 2 weeks. Then I did a little research and found out I could actually still boot Windows off my Mac. I thought I still had to go and buy a $100 piece of software, but apparently Apple now provides Boot Camp in the system itself, so you don't even have to download anything. You just, well, you do have to download stuff, but the system itself already comes prepared to install Windows with your computer. Having a copy of Windows 7 Ultimate does help. Great coffee this morning. So, went ahead and installed Windows on my Mac, which is ironic. It took a Mac to run my PC. And got everything installed, got Windows running, got a bunch of my programs in. I'm currently doing all the updating and all the installs and all of trying to get, back into the groove of things. I do have a copy of Sony's Vegas software, which I am currently learning how to use, so that's going to be a bit before I have some real good editing going on. But I do know how to use my Roxio software to do the quick cutting and, reducing the size of the file so it's, easier to upload in the long run. So hopefully these videos will be up sooner rather than later in the day, and the morning show will actually be up in the morning. Get that? Morning show in the morning, isn't it fantastic? So, before anybody else tells me, yes, I am aware, Macs come with iMovie. Yes, iMovie is a great editing software. Problem is, it outputs in a format that YouTube does not recognize. So then, because it doesn't recognize it, you have to then use a converter, which, good luck finding one that converts into a format that works well with everything else. So, if you see weird formats on the YouTube channel, I apologize. Yesterday's video obviously has a strange format because it has a weird frame all around, like a black screen all around this. So, apologize for that. Hopefully soon, in the next few days, I'll figure out how to work everything and, get back into the groove of things and get back to normal. So, now that that's covered, now that we've gone through that, if you have any advice, thoughts, whatever, criticisms are always welcome. Debates are always welcome. One of my subscribers and me interact with each other on a daily basis, quite often, and discuss and debate everything we talk about on this show. So I really love it. So the more people that do it, the more I engage, and the happier I am. You want me happy, don't you? I'm happy, real happy. So, first off in the news, the North Korean leader, Kim Jong-un, has declared that there will be one mandatory haircut for all men in Korea. The douche. In other words, his haircut. I call it the douche. It looks like somebody douched him in the toilet and shaved the sides of his head. Now, this is not new. This is not a new thing for North Korea. North Korea has had, I believe, is up to 13 haircuts that you could use as a male, depending on, baldness pattern and stuff. But apparently he's gonna go with, you gotta use the Kim Jong-un. I just called the douche. We need to make that a shirt. Sport the douche. Fuck North Korea. Anyways, so that's the first story, and I really don't have much of a thought on it other than I feel terrible for the poor people that are stuck in North Korea. I mean, it's just terrible what they do to them there. I mean, they lie so much about everything. He claims he invented Kim Jong-il claimed to have invented the hamburger, claimed to have created all these different movies. It's ridiculous. Look up the history of North Korea and Kim Jong-il, and if you can't laugh at some of the crap that he did, comparison to almost cry to some of the other crap he does or did, you feel terrible for these people. I mean, you think the Middle East has it bad. North Koreans, Jesus Christ, it's just. Anyways, moving on to happier news. If you bought Sonic Lost World last year, I believe, for the Wii U, you've been previewed to the Yoshi's Island DLC. Well, good news. As of today, officially, you have a new DLC waiting for you for free. It's called The Legend of Zelda Zone. And it is exactly what you think it is. It's Sonic in The Legend of Zelda. Now, the funny thing is that it's not just a run-through world of Zelda. Like, you're not just gonna, and I'll do all that Sonic shit. No, you actually will wear a Sonic will be wearing the infamous Link tunic with the hat, the whole thing. You have a couple of new abilities to match the world you're in, like a climbing ability will you actually bounce upward on walls or something like that. There's a whole video on Geeky Castillo on Facebook that you can check out, and they explain the gameplay. It really does bring a lot of the elements of the original Legend of Zelda game, and Link's power-ups are available for Sonic to use in a way. Overall, it looks good. It's free, so you should get it if you have the game. I don't have a Wii U, so I never picked it up, which now I'm a little perturbed that I didn't pick up a Wii U yet, or Sonic Lost World, because I would love to play that Yoshi's Island game. I would love to play that Legend of Zelda game. I need a Wii U. I never thought I'd say that. Yeah. So anyways, so if you have it, and if you're still holding on to the game and you haven't turned it into GameStop, then there you go. And if you're hearing any weird noise, that's my god dang neighbor making tons of noise, as per usual. In movie news, of course, Tucker and Dale vs. Evil 2 has been announced during a horror convention. It was confirmed that it's under production and will most likely be released in the near future, most likely 2015, for what I understand. I hate my neighbor, if you're hearing that. If you didn't get a chance to watch the original Tucker and Dale vs. Evil, do yourself a favor. Go on Netflix. I think it's still on there. It is one of the best horror films I've seen in a long time. Mostly because it is not what you think. It is not what you would expect from a horror film. And it is so goddamn good. It is well written. It is well acted. It is execution at its best. Honestly, Tucker and Dale vs. Evil is one of those films that's... Think of it as what Scott Pilgrim vs. the World did for, dance fighting movies, as I like to call them, because honestly, it's if it wasn't for the fight, if in Scott Pilgrim vs. the World they were dancing instead of fighting, it would have been a musical. So think of it as Tucker and Dale vs. Evil is doing the same thing for horror. It's not necessarily horror in a traditional sense, but it still falls under the category of horror, and it's fantastic. It's honestly got one of the best films I've ever seen. I love it. I've watched it probably 3 or 4 times in my lifetime because I show it to friends whenever I get a chance. Now that the second one's coming out, my expectations are super high, and I hope that they don't, go down the wayside. I really hope that they meet the expectations because it is, oh my god, it's so good. Anyways, so the Wu-Tang Clan, ain't nothing to fuck with, is releasing a dual album release, doing a dual album release this year. The first one will be released sometime in the summer or whatever. Nobody cares about that one. The one that you want to care about is The one that will have one copy sold in the entire world. That one being called, one second, Once Upon a Time in Shaolin. Now, they will only be selling one copy of the album, which will be encased in a silver and nickel plate box designed by an artist, and please forgive me if I get it wrong, Yaya. That being spelled Jyhya. Jyhya. No, sorry, no. Yahya. Why did I say Jyhya? Whatever. Anyways, he's designed the box. It's gonna tour the country or the world, and it'll have listening parties where you will pay a fee to go listen to the album on headphones, and you will be thoroughly searched for recording devices, meaning that whoever buys it will be the only person to ever listen to it a second time, probably. They expect it to sell for millions of dollars, mostly because it's a one-of-a-kind in every sense of the word. I've never been a huge fan of the Wu-Tang Clan. I know they have a huge following, and they have a big thing for martial arts and stuff like that. And I think this is probably one of the most ingenious things somebody can think of, because the way the record industry has been going, people don't buy CDs anymore. Like, buying a hard copy of a music album is rare, far in between, and honestly, usually more expensive than going on iTunes. And that's the fact that it takes up space in your house, in your car, and can easily be stolen. People don't do it. So record companies and artists have been releasing collector's editions to make you buy stuff. And that's smart. A lot of times you buy a record and you get, bonus tracks that you can only get if you buy the hard copy, art booklets inside the disc, stuff like that. But this one's a really unique, one-of-a-kind situation where only one person will ever get to own the album. They will get a special silver and tin nickel-plated box, and bragging rights. That's essentially what it becomes. Like, think about it. This thing's going to sell for millions of dollars. Who will be the millionaire that will be able to brag, I got the Wu-Tang Clan, motherfucker? Yeah. That'd be funny if Bill Gates did it. Think about it. Bill Gates throwing off the Wu-Tang Clan signs. That'd be fantastic. Awesome. Anyways. Last but not least, in Twitter news. That's funny. Yesterday, Facebook was in the news. Google was in the news. So now today, Twitter's in the news. So Twitter just announced that as of this week, you will be able to upload up to 4 pictures and tag 10 people on one tweet without using up 140 characters. You will still have 140 characters on top of the 4 pictures and the 10 tags. It's interesting. I mean, the whole purpose of Twitter was you had to get your entire thought out in 140 characters, and basically that was it. And it's nice that the pictures won't take up part of that. Out of the 140 characters, it's just 4 pictures, 10 tags. Why? I don't get it. I mean, it's Twitter. It's supposed to be limited. It's supposed to be, for like comedians, it's a challenge to be extremely funny on Twitter because you are limited to 140 characters. I only have like 200 followers, I think. I'm not sure. I keep getting followers. Ironically, I keep getting followers that have a crap load of followers. For example, that guy with glasses, Doug Walker, he follows me. He has tens of thousands of followers, and I've only got 200. Or some other company followed me the other day, and they've got like 2.5 million or whatever. Not 2.5 million, but they've got bajillion followers. And I can't get past 200, so I find it ironic how I have a good amount of followers. I have a ton of followers, but I can't get their followers to follow me. So it's funny how Twitter works. And now with 4 pictures and 10 tags, I'm probably still not going to get anywhere near the followers anybody else has. So, yeah. So I want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on the 4 pictures and 10 tags on Twitter? Do you use Twitter at all? I mean, I know a lot of people have Twitter accounts. they don't necessarily use them. I mean, there's people that I follow that are friends of mine that had their accounts for years and never tweeted more than once or twice since. Originally, I tweet through my Facebook account and through the Geeky Castillo account probably 10 to 20 times a day. So you should follow me on Twitter. I'm that Eric, THAT_ERICK on Twitter. You can interact with me there. You can interact with me on the Facebook account, www. I don't know why I said a www. Facebook.com/Geeky Castillo. I'm totally up for interaction. I love interacting with people. I love talking to people. You can comment on the videos. I constantly respond to comments on the videos. Some of my videos will have up to 50 comments from just me and one person, and that's great. I love that. I can't get enough of interacting. So as long as I can manage it, meaning I can balance the time between my responsibilities at home and responsibilities on YouTube, I will totally interact with you. Like I've always said, if you've got criticisms, feedback and stuff like that, more than welcome to it. I will welcome it with open arms, good or bad. Call me a dick. I don't care. Nick Cannon's a dick. 3 days in a row, I've called him a dick. I'm proud of that. Anyways, that's it for the news. I will see you tomorrow, and of course, tomorrow being Friday, it'll be our usual video, but Monday will be our longer one because of the weekend news. Hopefully I'll have some extra content coming up now that I've got my editing stuff up. Like I said, Ninja Turtles movie teaser trailer came out. I'll probably have a video about that later today. So now the important part. I'm up to 5 whole subscribers, and I love that. That's 99,995 people away from 100,000 subscribers, which is my goal. Minimum. I won't be happy until I do that. But I am happy. Yeah. So with that, I would really appreciate if you guys like, subscribe, and share. Now, a lot of people will think, well, you have 200 followers on Twitter, you have 100 followers on Facebook, tons of friends. Nobody shares anything. I've never been able to get a single family member to even come out to my stand-up shows, except for my mom. God rest her soul. Outside of that, I need your help. Essentially, you are my contact information to everybody else around the world. So, if you could, I would really appreciate, like the video. You don't have to subscribe if you don't want to, but like the video, comment on the video. It helps put the video out there, and it helps people's, get people's eyes on it. Like I said, I do this daily. This has officially been, I started last Thursday with the Morning Brew, and it is now Thursday again, and tomorrow's Friday, and that'll be 5 weekdays in a row where I've done this. I don't see myself stopping anytime soon. I'm addicted to talking to you. I'm actually enjoying the hell out of these videos, and I'm enjoying the interaction I'm getting. So, please, like, share, and subscribe. Get your friends on it. Much like Adam Carolla, I'm doing my own thing by myself, out of my own pocket when I have to. And any kind of interaction, feedback, always welcome. So, till next time, let's see if this tagline works. Unless you want to suggest a tagline for the end, I'd love it. Until next time, YouTube, enjoy your brew.